Would you like to invite anybody else?
I think anybody wants to go, right? I mean, I'll tell you one thing. The weather, we talked about for the game what was going to be like, and it was a little bit early, but then pretty clear, so they could play through.
Yeah, it wasn't bad,
How about
right?
the weekend, though?
That game. Oh, well, the weekend actually looks to be drying out. So although some of you might be seeing some showers now, or you did see some earlier today, we will start to dry out actually tomorrow once we get through a few morning showers that are kind of lingering left over. But then Sunday looks spectacular. So even Saturday looks pretty nice. It's going to just be a couple hit or miss showers. But I told you we are seeing a few sun breaks out there. So I wanted to show you this look out at Paulsville this afternoon. And you can see Liberty Bay. You can see the Olympics, although there are some clouds, of course. But we're also seeing that blue sky peeking through. So on our satellite and radar, we are seeing those clouds on there, as well as some of those showers kind of hit or miss scattered throughout the afternoon and evening. We'll also have a few as we go into the overnight time frame that will last a little bit into tomorrow morning. But then, like I mentioned, into Saturday afternoon, we'll start to see that clearing, and that clearing is going to last through your Sunday as a ridge actually begins to build in. So a couple spotty showers this afternoon and evening as we put the clock into motion. Also, winds are going to be a little bit breezy throughout the afternoon and evening, so just keep that in mind. Anywhere from 10 to 20 mile per hour sustained winds, gusts up to 25. And you can see a lot of those showers kind of staying up towards the north as we go into later on tonight. And then again, as we go into tomorrow, this is a look at 8 o'clock in the morning, a few lingering leftover showers, some clouds, but then as we go throughout the afternoon and evening, we'll start to clear that out, and Sunday is looking much drier and a little bit more sunny. All right, here's a look at your current temperatures. We're talking about mid to upper 50s right now in most locations. However, Bellingham, you're in the lower 50s, as well as in Friday Harbor, Port Angeles, and Forks. But we do have 58 in Hoquiam, 59 right now for you in Seattle. And it's time for Fido's forecast to get you through the next several hours. And this is Jesse. And yeah, Jesse's not sure how to think about, you know, one ear up, one ear down, right, with this forecast. Scattered showers and sun breaks. Just a really cute face there, though. And I actually liked it too because, you know, kind of looks like a cloud, those, you know, white fur balls there. Okay, so as we go throughout the afternoon and evening, again, stray shower left over, not out of the question. In the mountains today, look for a mix of rain and snow showers as well. And those temperatures are going to be ranging in the 40s, so definitely getting cooler. But that snow level is still about 4,500 to 5,000 feet and a west wind about 5 to 15 miles per hour. Here's a look at your 7-day forecast. So again, we will start to clear things out once we get into Saturday afternoon. Temperatures today and tomorrow close to 60, but we're warming into Sunday closer to mid 60s as we do expect more sunshine. So great news for the Sounders game. And then Monday, the next system moves in. That will linger into Tuesday, but then Wednesday and Thursday look nice too.